Welcome to the Memoir Network's Better Memoir Writing Masterclass series. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Denis Ledoux. I am the founder of the Memoir Network. I'm a writer and a teacher, and I am your presenter today. This program is brought to you by The Memorable Story, Write Your First Memoir Draft. The Memorable Story is our premier long-distance program to help you write a memoir more quickly, more easily. For more information, go to the link in the description and learn all about writing a memoir more easily and more quickly, thanks to the memoir, The Memorable Story. In today's masterclass, I would like to speak to you about why people read memoirs. There are two reasons that I believe are paramount. One of them is people want a good read, and another is that people want to be mentored. I'll go into both of them. People want to have a good read. They want to be entertained. They want something that is enjoyable. Sometimes memoir writers ask me, well, what is it that makes for a good read? Well, certainly developing character, developing action, developing setting, having a very clear theme, point of view. It's all very important. But there's something very intangible about what makes a good read. If, on the one hand, a Stephen King novel with ghouls and supernatural things happening and a lot of thrills and chills and spills, if that's your idea of entertaining, of a good read, well, let's put you right here on this side. And that's fine, that's where you are. On the other side, let's look at somebody who really has no thrills, chills, and spills. Let's look at Virginia Woolf. In one of her novels, the climax of her novel is when her former fiancé, whom she hasn't seen in 25 years, comes to her house for the party, and she wonders, will he still find me attractive? If that's the climax of a story, you're over here. You're really in a different camp. In this Virginia Woolf camp, you're going to find the Stephen King stuff a little gaga galore, a little just too much. And if you're in the Stephen King camp, you're going to find this Virginia Woolf stuff really pretty boring. You just can't understand why anybody would ever read anything like that. So I can't tell you what makes for a good read. I can only tell you that it is an important concept for you to keep in mind, and to keep in mind creating an entertaining book for your audience. Virginia Woolf was not writing for Stephen King fans, and Stephen King is not writing for Virginia Woolf fans. So an important concept is, who is your audience, and what do they want? What will titillate them? What will keep them reading? What will keep them turning the page? So those are my thoughts on one reason that people read a memoir. They read a memoir to have a good read. They read a memoir to be entertained. Nobody wants to be bored as they read a book. The next reason that I believe people read books is they're looking to be mentored. All of us live our lives as best as we can, and sometimes that best is good, and sometimes that best is not particularly good, and especially in those moments, we are looking for examples of other people who have lived lives that might be similar to ours and who have managed to put together something that is satisfying and meaningful for them. I'll give you an example. Just say you are a woman who is at home and you have three children, still fairly young, and you have some desire to be a writer or to be a chemist or to be something, and it's hard for you to be in this situation, even as you realize that this is a temporary situation. So what would you read to be mentored? Well, you wouldn't go out and read a story about a basketball player. You wouldn't read a story about an African safari. You might read those to be entertained, but not to be mentored. this particular person might read the story of a woman who once had little children and then was able to organize her life in such a way that at this different time in her life she has achieved her goals. So this particular reader would find mentoring in this memoir about a woman who once had little kids and who has now achieved something in a career. I think it probably comes down to these two reasons for most of us reading a book. I hope that this has been helpful to you. If you are interested in upping your memoir a notch or two, I invite you to get in touch with the memoirnetwork.com. Go to our website. We have coaching and editing, and I would love to speak with you in a complimentary session about how we might help you to up your game in memoir writing. Meanwhile, whatever you do today, write a bit on your memoir. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again.